Maestro music.
The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing good. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Man, I'm gonna come at you guys a little early today because I've been off for a little while. So just gonna kick it a little bit today. We'll see if we can't get this market moving today, this morning, get this thing up, get this thing running, get this thing ready to go in the morning. Started a little early just because I want to see my people. I kind of been a little missing in action lately. So figure I start a little early this morning, see my people, see what's going on. Elmo, good morning. What's up, brother? What's up, man? I telling everybody I'm starting a little early. Want to see my people and get a chance to see you guys yesterday. I was on the road doing my thing, working. So trying to get my body back into this grind. I was down for a little while, so there's a lot of stuff to catch up on as far as work goes. So just trying to get my body back into this grind. But so I figure I started a little early this morning, Elmo. But so missed you guys yesterday and over the weekend. And on I don't think I streamed on Friday either. Man, can't wait to get back at it, man. I'm feeling a lot better, Elmo. Feeling a lot better, man. Still a little congested. Still running a little bit. But you know what? I'm feeling better. My energy's starting to come back. I was down and out for a little while, but my energy's starting to come back. So my altered journey. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Glad you joined us this morning. So listening at work. Okay. So, but yeah, glad you joined us, my altered journey. We're gonna get into it this morning. Miss my people. So I figured, man, come on, let's go. I was sitting here waiting until 7. I was like, man, come on, let's just go ahead and let me get at my family. Markets are in red. Pre-markets are in red today, guys. But I was reading a story this morning, and just as a play for anybody that's in the stock market that's looking for maybe some new IPOs, Alibaba, they're going to split into 6 different units and explore IPO shares. So for the 6 units, so their stock is up 6%. I am not invested in Alibaba, but if they do come out with some new IPOs, I may jump into a little bit of that. And see where it goes. But they're splitting. This is a big stock on the stock exchange here. It's a Chinese stock, Chinese company, but they may be looking at splitting in 6 different units. So maybe a chance for anybody that's in the market to go ahead and get in some low cap IPOs if that's what you're interested in. I was also reading this story a little bit. Elon is talking about the people with the blue check mark. They're going to be the ones that are featured and show up in search streams in the future of Twitter. So if you don't have your blue check mark and you're looking to be in the top search criteria, and all that stuff, make sure you get you one. Obviously, Elon's looking at moving that blue check mark to more utility. So go ahead and take a look at that too. Driving to work now. Will not be able to participate. No, Elmo, man, as long as you're here, you're participating, brother. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Elmo. It's all love, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate my ultra journey. I know you guys are out there grinding, so grind on, man. So yeah, just we don't talk a lot about the stock market, but check it if you're into IPOs and getting into companies early. Check out Alibaba when they do split. Stay on top of this news because there may be some IPO opportunities for you there. And also, make sure you get that blue check mark from Twitter, as Elon's adding more and more utility to that, and he's gonna start making it search engine criteria. So make sure you're taking care of that. But right now, pre-markets they look to be in red. Look to be over. We're gonna open up maybe a little down. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is in green. It's in greed. Sitting at 69. This is a lagging indicator we use. Usually lags behind the market about 24 hours. So, yesterday was a decent day. We've been sitting in greed for about a week now, which makes sense because Bitcoin's been running a little bit. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit though. So we'll see where that greed index is tomorrow. The overall market cap for crypto sitting at $1,128 billion. Not bad. We seem to be hovering around this $1,130 to $1,150 billion. For about a month now. So not a bad market cap for where we are right now. Bitcoin sitting at 26.6. Seems to be pulling back a little bit this morning. When I got up, it was at 26.9, somewhere up in there. So pulling back a little bit this morning, down 4.4% on the 24-hour. And this is what we talked about all last week, guys. As these banks stabilized a little bit, where the people that put their money into Bitcoin for safety, where do they go, right? Do they stay in Bitcoin or they move their money back to the banks? Report I read late last night are saying that people are starting to deposit their money back into the banks. So, it makes sense why we would see a little bit of a pullback on Bitcoin. We'll get into my take on where this economy is going here in a minute. I have a take on where this economy is going and what's going to happen with the Fed moving forward. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Because I didn't bring up a lot of news because I just want to talk to you guys this morning. So a lot going on, a lot to talk about. Ethereum sitting at 1,713 bucks, just moved up a little bit. It's down about 2.9, let's call it 3% on the 24-hour. BNB, there was some news surrounding Binance that we'll talk about. It came out yesterday with the CTFA. They're suing Binance for what sounds to me like some insider trading, manipulation of the market. Binance was trading on Binance, and they're saying that they manipulated that market. I hope that's not the case for CZ, but I do remember a time where Bitcoin dropped all the way, had a flash crash all the way down to $9,000. And I know a lot of them shorts got liquidated right around that time. And we know when them shorts get liquidated like that, Binance reaps the benefits of that. So, I hope that that's not the case for CZ, but, Binance is taking a hit right now. They're getting sued by the commodities CTFA. So, it's weird because you have the SEC going after people saying they're security, and then you have the Commodities Commission coming after people. Now, after Binance for like commodity fraud. So which one is it? Who's regulating this stuff? So that's the question. Ken, good morning, brother. Good morning, man. Just telling everybody start a little early. I wanted to get at you guys. It's been a little while. I've been down a little bit. So I wanted to feeling a little bit more energy. I had to travel yesterday. So, I feel a little bit better, more energy, still a little stuffy, but I miss my people, man. So XRP sitting at 48 cents, guys. It's been on a steady rise, steady climb, nothing too crazy, just a little climb up and up and up. It's sitting right now at about it's up about 4.2%, 4.3% on the 24-hour, and another 0.5% this morning. So good morning. How are you? Good morning. I'm gonna butcher your name. Two heroes. Good morning. But XRP's been kind of like steady climbing up the charts. Nothing too big, just every day, just a little bit of a climb. So we like to see that. We're big XRP fans around here. I think that the settlement for this case is going to come by the end of the month. Yes, sir. Perfect. Thank you, brother. Sometimes, it gets early in the morning and I'll be like, man, I gotta figure out some of the names, but yeah. So I think we're gonna get a settlement, some sort of judgment in this XRP case by the end of the month. I think it's coming. I think when we look at what's going on, that summary judgment any day now. So I think we're gonna get something. We're gonna get something by the end of the month. And I think that's why you see XRP just kind of on this steady climb up. There's nothing too crazy. It hasn't just taken right off. 50 cents is the mark for XRP. Every time it gets to 50 cents, it just keeps getting smacked right back down. So we got to break that 50 cent mark. We'll see what happens today, and see if we can't get above that 50 cent mark. Polygon is the other one, guys, sitting at $1.04. It's almost time. This price is almost to the point where I'm going to open up a new position in Polygon. You guys know I have a couple positions in Polygon. When it gets to be around that dollar mark, you got to start looking at it. Maybe start looking at, for me, start looking at opening up a new position, maybe a shorter position in Matic at that dollar mark, maybe a shorter position of where I'm at. You got to remember, I was buying this at 50 cents, right? So if you were locked into the A team and myself early on, you were buying this thing 50 cent, right? So we're up pretty good still on Matic, at least a double up. But I do have a couple more positions opened at a couple different price levels. And if this thing gets to $1 or close to a little bit closer to $1, I probably will open up a new position in Matic, a short-term position, and look to sell that right around $1.50 or so. Just make some quick profit real quick. Solana's getting beat up a little bit in this market. Solana's one of these ones. It's been iffy. It ran when the market was running. It regrouped better than what I thought. We talked a lot about Solana on this channel. You guys know I'm not a big Solana fan. But when there's an opportunity to make money, we always talk about it, right? Because the objective here is income, right? It's making money. We don't care what it is. If there's money to be made, we're going to go make that money. So I'm going to pay attention to Solana. And I'll let you guys know if I open up a position in Solana. right now, I'm not going to do it at $19. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I do have some takes on where this market's going to go, guys. So, you know, we get through some of these price action here. But see what else do we have going on. Stellar Lumen's still hanging in there at 9 cents, guys. I'm invested in these ISOs, Stellar being one of them. I'm a big ISO fan. You guys know that. I think the ISOs are going to run before the rest of the market. So, you know, my Stellar bag is looking good. We're buying this right around that 7 or 6 cent mark. So, you know, if you guys were rolling and paid attention, you should be looking good right now. Your Stellar bags. H-bar's taking a big slide back, and we're back down into that 5 cent range. Again, I haven't been a buyer of crypto in a little while. I've been waiting for this market to shake itself out a little bit. Good morning, Dr. Rob. Good morning, brother. Good morning. I was just telling these guys I started a little early. I feel good. A little congested, but I'm starting to get my wind back. But I you know, I'm feeling good. So you know, starting to get some of my energy back. So we ready to rock and roll this morning. I traveled yesterday, so link will be big. Link will be big. Elmo, I looked in the link the other day. It's one of them ones that are on my short list of projects that I'm looking into. Starting to regain my short list here as this market starts to flip. But you know, I'm not a believer in this market right now. I haven't been buying a lot of crypto. But you know, H-bar being back down at like 5 cents, you know, I may add to my bag here just because it's one of the ISOs. And I already have some, and I've always wanted to increase my bag. But we're gonna wait and see where this thing shakes out. I'm gonna see if I can get it low, a little bit lower than where it is right now. We'll see where this thing rolls. But H-bar, I think it's gonna be a big one. But Link is on my short list, Elmo. Morning, Dr. Rob. Elmo, my altar journey. Yep. Ken, Elmo, Doc. I'll be on my bike listening. Oh, Dr. Rob's on his bike. I hope it's an inside bike. I hope you ain't outside trying to ride on a bike, man. Don't pull a Joe Biden. I see you started early. Yeah, Rob, I started early, man. I miss my people, man, and it's been a little while. I miss my people, man. What's the channel? What's the channel update? Channel update is when I looked this morning, 758 subs, right around 1,645 watch hours. I think YouTube's a little behind on that, so I'm looking for later on today to get an update on that. I don't think they updated for today, so that's where we're at. And if you guys know, but we reviewed again. You know, when we get monetized, which is 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subs, we're going to do a $750 giveaway. It'll either be an Ether USDC, and we're going to do that to 3 lucky people, $250 a piece to 3 lucky people. And we're going to get Dr. Rob is going to do 500, and Elmo going to do 250. We may look to add to that as we get closer. By April 15th, that's the date. That's the cutoff. But if we're close, you know, we'll go ahead and reevaluate that situation. But you know, April 15th is the cutoff right now. So if you're not checking out the videos, check out my videos. Go ahead and check them out. And go ahead and share this out and tell people to sub. You could end up being a little bit richer. Laughing out loud outside weather riding again. Oh boy, you outside riding, Dr. Rob. Don't pull a Biden. Don't pull a Biden, man. So yeah, we're gonna look at Boner, man. I got something for Boner, guys, but I let about 4 or 5 hours. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken, for giving me 4 or 5 hours, man. I'm appreciative of everything that you guys are doing. So yeah, we're gonna get into Boner too a little bit. Tell team about the 72 hours. Yeah. So I do have a 72-hour playlist, guys. It's a playlist. It's labeled live on my channel. If you just continually play that for 3 days, it's 72 hours. It's like 3.5 days. If you just mute that and let that stream in the background, you're gonna go ahead and that'll be a 3-day stream, be 72 hours worth of watch time for me. So I do appreciate that. I've done about 38 hours so far. Thank you, Elmo. Thank you. But Hedera, guys, H-bar, it's coming down. It's around that 5 cent mark. It's almost around that buy level, guys. So for me, I do have a little bit of H-bar looking to add to my bag, getting to be around that price point. I haven't bought a lot of crypto lately, just because of this market. I've kind of been playing the sidelines, but it almost looks like it's time to open up a new position in Polygon. If this thing gets closer to $1, I probably will open up a new position, which will be my 4th position in Polygon. It'll be a short position. Obviously, it'll be short, but I'll be looking to dump that pretty quick, right around $1.50, and just look to make some quick profit off of that. But that is around the time where I start to think about opening up a new position. Boner doubled since. Yeah, we can get into Boner. I got over 200 hours. Yeah, Rob's killing it for me. But H-bar is another one, guys, and quant too. There's some quant stuff going on that people are. I see people on the internet saying quant's going back down to 45 or 50 bucks. I don't see it. I put a video out the other day explaining why. I think with a 15 million supply, and where in the demand for quant in the limited supply, I don't see it getting back under $100. I'm an owner of quant. I have been for a while. I probably will grab some more quant. I don't see it going back down to where it was to its previous lows, to $44 to $50. I know some people are talking about that, but be careful, because the supply is not going to meet the demand. The supply is higher than the demand right now, and that's always going to keep the price up a little bit. So I don't see it dropping under $100. But BNB is rolling right here, right around 308. You guys know I'm a buyer anytime it gets under $3. I mean $300. So I am sitting on the sideline waiting. CZ, he's being sued by that CTFA for maybe some insider trading, manipulation of the markets, trading on Binance, and maybe manipulating that. I think that this is going on all the centralized exchanges, especially when you have longs and shorts going on your centralized exchange. I think it gets a little bit more sticky when you're trading them and on your exchange, and you're participating in that. I think it gets a little bit more sticky. I keep going back to the flash crash that Binance had when Bitcoin dropped all the way down to like $9,000 or $10,000, and all them shorts got liquidated. The people that went on them, or the exchanges, it was just weird to have that flash crash all by himself. So Gold, man. What's up, man? Good morning. Ken, man, I'm way behind with my with my few hours. Now, Ken, every hour means something, man. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. Every hour means something. Um, don't think you're behind. As long as you're helping me out, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys do. Uh, you gotta up my game. So yeah, B&B is another one to watch at under $3, guys. So pay attention to this market. I'm going to give you my take here on this market in a minute. Let's talk about Boner. I want to show you guys the A-team effect and the teams that we're building up around these things. The teams that we're building are unbelievable when it comes to hooking up with good people like Mary and Awesome and Dr. Rob and everybody else. This is the hourly chart right here, guys. And so this is the hourly chart. So this right here, right about up in here is when that AMA happened, right? With Awesome and Dr. Crypto, right up in here, right? So your swing was sitting at about 3021, maybe 3022, somewhere up in there. The A-team effect came in, and this thing is now sitting at 304616. People can say what they want to say, and they can do what they want to do, but when I think when you bring our team together and Awesome and everybody else, you look at this, they doubled the price on the AMA, and Boner's a good token. They didn't bring you garbage, but you look at the A-team effect right here, guys. It's in full effect right here. You doubled the volume, doubled the price. This thing is moving up. If you got in, great for you. I'm actually in it. I bought it before the AMA, and I want my bone rewards. I bought it before the AMA. I'm happy with where it's at, but that's not the point. The point here is that when you bring the A-team out and Dr. Rob and all the rest of the people, and that you're supporting good people like Mary, and good projects like that, what you have is a run like this because it's Mary's good people, Boner's a good token, and Awesome and Rob killed it last night. So this thing right here is moving, and the A-team is bringing in volume, and Dr. Rob and guys are bringing in volume. And if you got in, if you were smart enough to get in down here right before that AMA, I think I got in somewhere up in here. I was a couple days. I was over the weekend. So maybe up in here somewhere. I was over the weekend. If you're smart enough to get in down here somewhere, you had to know that the A-team effect was going to A-team and Rob and everybody else was going to move this thing. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Shaman, how are you? How are you, Shaman? Good morning, brother. So yeah, so kudos to them. Great AMA. Shows results in the charts, shows results in the transactions. Last 24 hours, there was 82 transactions. There was 63 buys and only 19 sales, guys. So let you know that people are buying this thing. That name. Yeah, because they call it Boner because you get bone rewards rewards for holding it. It's a DAP. So if you hold Boner, you get bone rewards for holding it. You just you can check on your rewards through the DAP, or every single time you make a transaction, that'll automatically put them back into your it'll automatically put your rewards back into your wallet, your Bone wallet. So not a bad deal, and you're getting 4% rewards just for holding the token. You get 4% in Bone, so it's actually a good deal. Actually, I think the name's kind of funny. This morning, Shaman says, "Good morning. Getting ready for work." Yeah, me too, man. This is how I get ready for work with my squad. Because we had just take recently. Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. 4%. Yeah, that's what it is. That's funny, man. That's funny. That's a good one, man. That made my morning. Oh man. Lena, good morning. How are you? So yeah, great AMA yesterday. You see the effect, you see what's going on, and of course, as I sit here and talk, somebody has to a little red candle has to get minted, but you see that little hammer on the bottom means it's getting bought up. So somebody had to sell, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Price action's still good. This thing's got 100 out of 100 score in the old coin sniffer. So 100 out of 100, you don't get too many of them. So good token, guys. But more importantly, what I'm talking about right here is this is the A-team effect right here, guys. This is what it's all about right here. You get Awesome, you get Rob, you get these guys on the AMA. You mix them up with a good dev like Mary, and when you know what's coming, you end up doubling. You end up doubling what you did before. Selma, good morning. Good morning, brother. How are you? I up and at it early this morning, man. I missed my squad, so I got on it early because I missed my people. So I've kind of been missing in action a little bit, not doing what I want to do because I've been down a little bit. But Bone is sitting at 104. Thinking about selling some at $1. We'll see. I have a hard time parting with my tokens in this project. We'll see. I may be the dummy. I may be the fool. I may be the idiot that hangs on and just keeps adding to the bag. But we'll see how this thing plays itself out. But I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time giving up some of my Bone. But I gotta take my heart out of it and maybe use my head. Still 30K. Still 30K Bitcoin. Anytime soon. No, I don't. People are moving back towards the banks. All of a sudden, you start to see the reports where people are moving their money back towards the banks. Deposits are going up, and this was what we talked about for a long time, right? All last week is the reason that there was a run on Bitcoin and really nothing else was people were running to Bitcoin for safety when these banks started to collapse. And then what was going to happen when the banking market started to stabilize itself? What were they going to do? Were they going to stay in Bitcoin or were they going to run back to the banks? Deposits are starting to go up on the banks. And you start to see that price reflected in Bitcoin. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not ready to call it off yet. I still think that there's a possibility for a 30K Bitcoin, but we'll see. We missed your streams. Awesome. Thank you, Elmo. Lena, Daniel, let's talk XRP. Yeah, we were talking XRP a little earlier. I think that we're going to get a summary judgment by the end of the month. I think something's going to happen. I think I think the devil's in the details of that. It's going to be how it's written. It's going to be what the judge says. What you want the judge to say is that XRP is not a security; it's a commodity. And what's probably going to end up happening is that you probably won't get the full judgment. There'll probably be some stuff that's still hanging out there. And probably what's going to end up still being out there a little bit is whether or not they participated in some pre-sale situations that were against regulations. None of that really would affect the long-term standing of XRP. What you're looking for right now is whether or not it's a security or a commodity. Everything else is irrelevant. Everything else is just fines. But I think you're going to get that summary judgment by the end of the month. I think it's going to happen. I think it's getting closer and closer to that situation unfolding itself. And I got it happening, and that's 3-4 days from now. So this midday stream UK time is perfect. Yeah, Ken, you're like right there. You're right there midday. So when you start trading midday, like right now, you're getting great deals. So Brian Dowie, Brian, good morning. Good morning, man. How are you? Someone was down with XRP. XRP is one of my largest bags. I have XRP. I've been accumulating XRP for a long time. And I'm just, it's one of these ones where I'm just holding on. I'm just waiting. I've had some price points where I bought XRP, and I still have them price points. And every time it hit them price points, I just bought, and I just kept buying and buying and buying and buying. So I'm up. XRP is one of my largest bags right now. And I'm waiting, right? I'm sitting around, I'm waiting like everybody else, but everything that I'm hearing right now is saying that this thing's coming to an end at some point. And here's the thing for me, I just want it to come to an end, whether it's good or whether it's bad, right? Because let's say that they label XRP, let's say for some reason XRP loses its case and they label them a security. The only thing they're going to do is they're going to pick up their business and they're going to move it to another country. And life's going to move on. They're just not going to do business in the United States. Doesn't mean that it's the end for XRP. They have a smart CEO. He knows what he's doing. He has a plan. He has a plan A and a plan B. And that's what you want out of a CEO. And he's executed that plan, both plan A and plan B. They just bought a lot of property in Canada last year, put some really nice offices out there. So I'm pretty sure that if even if the summary judgment comes back not in their favor, life's going to move on for XRP. I'm not worried about XRP. I want them to be a commodity here in the United States because just remember, XRP is not listed on one tier 1 exchange in the United States. So the minute that they win this case, you can't tell me that Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, all these tier 1 exchanges, you name them, any exchange out there, you just name it, are not going to relist XRP. there's going to be a race to relist XRP. And when that happens, you're going to see price action like you've never like XRP probably hasn't seen in a long time. Because there's a lot of pent up trading demand for XRP. When this thing takes off, it's going to take off. Good morning, Two. But yeah, it's going, this thing, XRP, I think we're going to get something by the end of the month. I just, all signs point to soon. I think it's going to happen by the end of the month, which is what, 4 days? I think it'll happen. We'll see. We thought we had something before, though, and they pushed it down the road another couple months. But I don't know. Get it a little different right now. Feelings a little different right now. The language is a little different right now. What people are saying is a little bit different than how it has been. So we'll see. Bitcoin's starting to make a little comeback this morning. And when I got up, this is where it was when I got up first thing in the morning. And then it dropped down to like 26.6. Now it's back up to 26.9. So it's starting to turn around a little bit. But yeah, talk about these markets and what's going on with this Fed and where I kind of see this thing going. With the interest rate increases and how many we've had so much, it's kind of restricting the banking system and kind of where we're at right now. And as you sit back and you think about where we're at, you remember, you got to go back to before all this happened, when they were basically giving loans out, right? So all of these banks on their balance sheets have loans that are sitting at a 2.5%, 3%, sometimes even lower interest rate, right? And now interest rates are like 6%, right? So them loans are valued and they're worth about 80 cents on a dollar, right? 70 to 80 cents on a dollar. So this is kind of why we are where we are, because the banks are holding on to all this bad debt, right? And when the banks start holding on to this bad debt, right, what's the first thing that they're going to do? They're going to start restricting credit, right? And this is kind of where we are now, is you're going to start to see the banks start to restrict a lot of this credit. What's good, XXI? Keltra, good morning. Loving the blood. Yeah, it's bloody out there, but you're going to see the banks start to restrict this credit, right? So people aren't going to get loans. It's businesses aren't going to get loans. It's going to be a little bit harder for people to go down to their bank and grab out some money, right? Because they're going to start restricting this credit, right? And that's kind of where we are. And as far as the government, the federal government, this is exactly what they were trying to accomplish with their interest rate increases. They're trying to restrict lending. They're trying to restrict buying. They're trying to restrict all this. So I think that the banks are going to help them with that, right? Because the banks don't have a choice. They have to restrict their credit, because all the loans that they have made over the past 4 years are now bad loans. They're sitting on the books as debt. 70 to 80%, 70 to 80 cents on the dollar, right, is what they're worth right now, since these interest rates have risen, right? So they have to restrict this credit line. They have to restrict their credit. So it's actually going to help bring inflation down. And then when that happens, you're going to have less business loans. You're going to have less housing loans. You're going to have less loans within this market, and it's going to restrict that. And then what you're going to end up with is you're going to end up with a situation where a lot of this stuff that's going on right now is going to kind of correct itself. I can see the Fed giving us another 25 basis point rate increase at their next meeting, and then pausing, right? I didn't say cut. I said pause. No more rate increases. If the banks restrict their credit, I'm back. I'm back and out of shape, man. I hope, but at least you didn't pull a Biden. But I think that the banks themselves, if they help the Fed with this and they restrict the lending, and I don't think that this is only in the United States. I think this is going to happen worldwide, that they restrict the lending. It's going to give the federal government the ability to not pivot, right? I'm not talking about a pivot. I'm not talking about a rate decrease. I'm just talking about a pause for a minute. But when you look over here at the financial sector, right, the stock market, and I've said this to you guys forever, has priced in rate decreases in 2023. That's what's priced into this market right now, is they think that the Fed's going to pivot and that they're actually going to decrease rates in 2023. The Fed has come out very clearly and said that we will not decrease rates in 2023. They couldn't be more clear on what they're saying, that they're not going to decrease rates in 2023. And for some reason, the market doesn't believe what they're saying. And they think the Fed's lying. I don't think that the Fed's going to decrease rates in 2023. I think they may pause where they're at and not give you another increase, but I don't think they're going to decrease. But I do think that the banks, in the situation that they're in, because they're sitting on all of these bad, think about it. If you had a mortgage and your mortgage rate, your mortgage interest rate was 2%, and now all of a sudden the mortgage interest rate is at 6%. That's a bad loan for the banks, right? That's looked at as debt for the banks. So the banks are sitting on all this debt. So they have to restrict credit. They have to restrict how much money they lend, and they have to restrict how much money they give out as credit cards and all this stuff. So it's exactly what the Feds want the banks to do, and they're forcing them to do it by raising these interest rates. That's the game that's being played right now. So will all of these banks make it? Probably not. You can only sit on so much bad debt before you can't operate anymore, right? So how does that affect the crypto market? Well, in the crypto market, it's considered a risky asset, right? So if people have less money and they don't have access to capital, and they have to spend their savings and they have to spend everything else, then they have less money to spend in risky assets, right? So that's where I think everybody's getting this Bitcoin dump from. Where they say Bitcoin's going to dump, I think that's where this conversation comes in at. And that's what people are factoring into this dump. I don't think, so when we look at it, like how much money is going to come out of the market when all of this happens. And that's what XXI's banking himself on with his 12,000 or 13,000 Bitcoin. You hear people say 15,000. That's what's got to happen in order for this thing to dump, right? So I think it will happen. I don't know how low we're going to go, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to Shaman, Dr. Ra. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to see a $12,000 Bitcoin or $15,000 Bitcoin. But I think there's pullback in this market. And I think the pullback in this market is going to end up being a little bit more severe than what a lot of people are thinking that it's going to be right now. You see some people and they're talking about, you're sitting at a $26,000 Bitcoin. The pullback's going to be 23. I don't think so. I think the pullback is going to be 20. So I think the pullback is going to be 20. and then we're going to have to reevaluate where we are, and we may go to 16.5, or we may come back up to 26, depending on where we are. But I think there's going to be pullback in this market. I think it's going to come down. Right now, Bitcoin's only running because of the banking situation. There's no other reason for Bitcoin and Ethereum to run outside of the banking system. There's no macroeconomics out there that says that this should run right now. So we got to be cautious of these things when we're investing. We got to be cautious. We've got to look at things in a way that makes sense, right? So if XRP runs because they win the case, there's logical reasons why XRP would run, and it would run by itself, right? More than likely, it's going to run by itself, which is why you're not going to see a $5 XRP, because the market's not going to dictate that. But the market, if they win, may very well dictate a $3 XRP before it pulls back to wherever it's going to settle in, based on supply and demand, and based out of pent up trading, people want to trade it. So you may very well see that, but it'll be separate and distinct from the market. It'll be by itself, because if XRP wins, and let's say they even run up to $1, that doesn't mean that Polygon's going to run up to $2, right? It's just not. There's no reason for Polygon to run up to $2. That one thing will not spark a bull market, in my opinion. And this is just all my opinion. One win will not spark a bull market in crypto. And I've said this for a while. You can't have a bull market in crypto if you're talking about a recession in the stock market. It's not going to happen. So we got to temper our expectations to what we can expect out of some of these things right now. So as you see, Bitcoin ran when the banking market got demolished, right? But you didn't see Polygon running. You didn't see ADA running. You didn't see Stellar Lumen running. You didn't see all these guys running at the same rate, because it was a Bitcoin thing, right? It was a Bitcoin thing. Ethereum ran a little bit. And why is Bitcoin and Ethereum running when that happened? Why did them two run and nobody else ran? Well, there's a twofold explanation for that. One is safety, right? People were moving to safety, out of banks into Bitcoin and Ethereum as a safe investment asset. They're not going to put their money in ADA. It's not safe enough for them. And two, you have people like Fidelity and these other money market managers that allow you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum right out of your money market account. So they're not moving this money to DeFi wallets. They're not doing all that. They're buying it right out of money market accounts, which is driving the price up. So there's a lot of them are the two reasons why I think that them two ran when nobody else was really running. So you got to know that. You got to pay attention to that, and know that if it doesn't bleed down into these altcoins, you're really not in a market that's ready to take off. And not everybody wants to hear that, but that's just the truth, right? That's what we got to talk about. We got to talk about the truth, right? And you have Binance getting sued by the CFTA, CFTS, whatever it is, for basically trading their own commodities on their own stocks, right? Which I find kind of odd. And I said this earlier, and I'll repeat it because there's a lot of people on here. I find this odd that the SEC is coming after people, the cryptocurrencies and exchanges, for being a security, And then you have the commodities coming after cryptocurrencies for being a commodity. Who's watching this house? Who's watching this house and who's running what? Like you can't be a security and have commodities come after you, and you can't be a commodity and have securities come after you. Like which one are you? Like who's watching this house? Like this doesn't make any sense. But I will say this: if CZ's doing what they say that he's doing, then CZ's wrong. And I'm a CZ backer. I think CZ is great for crypto, but if CZ did what they said that he did, CZ's wrong for that, and he probably should have to pay a fine for that. So we'll see. And then you have Coinbase, right? You have the SEC going after Coinbase right now, for their platform, which I think is craziness, because you have Coinbase, who's met with the SEC a number of times before they went public, showed them their platform, explained to them what they were going to do, and the SEC wrote off on that. And now all of a sudden you're suing them. It just doesn't make sense. So we need some clarity. And I hope XRP, as their case gets closer and closer to being wrapped up, will give us some clarity into what is a security and what is a commodity in this cryptocurrency field. And I think we're going to get that clarity in a couple of days. Is my prediction. In a couple of days, I think it's coming. People may think I'm crazy. They may say, no, it's not going to come until the end of 2023. But at some point, you run out of arguments. At some point, you run out of things that you can fight. And at some point, the judge has to make a decision. And the Voyager case helped XRP. When the Voyager judge came out and said, if the government can't decide what's a security and what's a commodity, then how can we expect the investors to decide what's a security and what's a commodity? This helped the XRP case. So I think that's kind of why I'm pretty confident that we're going to get a ruling on this week. And you're going to see XRP run. XRP is going to make a run separate and distinct of everything else in the market. And the only reason I say that is because I've heard so many people say that XRP is going to spark the bull run. XRP, in my opinion, will not spark the bull run if they win. XRP will run separate and distinct, and it'll run by itself, and it'll run because of the judgments that are out that they're going to win, in my opinion. But it will not spark a mass bull run. That's my thought on that. So people out there can disagree with me. I'm cool with that. Like, I don't always have to be right. And we don't always have to think alike. But that's what I think. And that's what I think. So I don't know. I went on my rant. You guys got quiet. I went on my rant. Elmo, Hex is down 15.6%. Just to let you know, I give you your Hex update every morning. It's down 15.6% today. Sitting at 7 cents. It's this thing's a bloodbath over the last day. This is the last 24 hours. We'll get to the hour. Looks better on the hour. More appealing to the eye on the hour. Looks like we're turning the corner here. Looks like we're turning the corner on the hourly chart. So, so yeah. Where's the A-team effect here? On Boner is good. We looked at that. Let's look at MMAI. Let's see where we're at with some price action here. And then we'll get out of here. See where we're at. Sitting at 3 zeros, 3.9, 3039 right on the nose, man. 3039 right on the nose. Perfect. Me and Dr. Rob have talked about this for a while. We talked about this for a little bit. I think I know everybody's waiting for MMAI to go to 302. That's a lot of people's 5 points. I don't believe we're getting there. I don't believe we're getting there. I don't believe we're coming down that far. I don't believe that this is going to dip that low again. I think me and Doc have talked about this. These damn people call my phone. Who's calling your phone, Lena? Did I miss the XRP update? Yeah, you missed the whole XRP rant. But you're gonna have to go back and watch it, Lena. I don't know if I can rant like that again. But I think that when we get to MMAI and we start talking about MMAI, I think if this thing goes to 3534, I think that's where it's going to bottom out at. I don't see us getting back to these two ranges, like 302. I just don't see it. I think there's too much utility going on. I think the community's too strong. Every dip gets bought. Look at every dip. Every sell is followed by numerous buys. So the community itself is not allowing this chart to go back down into the twos. Plus Ethereum sitting at 1700 right now, and it looks to be comfortable at 1700. It looks to just be sitting at nice and comfortable at 17 at that 1700 mark. I don't see it. And one of the marks of whether or not your chart's going to go up or it's going to go down is all about whether or not you see these sells and then what comes after them. Do people mass exit after the first person, after somebody dumps? Do people get scared and do they start dumping their bags? That has not happened here, and I don't expect it to happen. So these dips continually just get bought up. And I think the bargain for MMAI, when you look at it, it's all still a bargain right now, in my opinion. But we were lucky enough to be around when the pre-sale was 3.1, the launch was 3.5. We took a dip down into the twos, and for a split second, we took a dip down into 1.9. I don't see that happening again. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. But when I look at a chart, this is exactly what I'm looking at. Right here, you see a sell, and then you see buys coming right after that. People are a sell here, and then people are buying that dip, and then you can do this all the way down these transactions, right? For months, this is what's been going on. Is people have just been buying this dip and buying this dip. So I don't see us going back down into the twos. Me and Rob talk about this all the time. I don't see it. I don't feel it in the community. I just don't. It's not going to surprise me if by the time the stock market opens, we're sitting at 3.9 plus, right? I just don't see it. It's at 4.9, 49 cents. Yeah, I think there's going to be a resolution to that case, Lena, by the end of the week. I'm back by the end of the month. MMAI ain't gonna dip to the twos. I agree with you, Lena. We're not dipping to the twos. I know people are waiting for that, but I just don't think that it's gonna happen. I'm not waiting for that. Um, I'll play I'll play back. Yeah, you missed that. You missed it all, Lita. Sup, XXI, um, MMAI. MMAI is definitely a bargain. It is a bargain right now, Ken. MMAI is definitely a bargain right now. Rob, left at Dr. Rob, XXI. I just when I look at this and we're starting to talk about, MMA. Had opening up an office in Seoul, and we're talking about Ennis Labs opening offices in California, and we're talking about the Pure Wallet that's coming out of beta into production soon, right? Is it final production? No, but production is production, right? Coming to production soon. And then you're talking about phase 2 of production already being in the works and ready to roll. And we're already getting updates on what phase 2 is coming. It's going to come out in phase 2 of production, right? That lets you know that phase 1's ready to go. Phase 2 is almost ready to go. So if you have production 1, get ready for production 2, because it's not going to be long before we see that, right? And then you're talking about blockchain coming in at least a beta form in the summer, right? Austin likes to say June. I like to say the summer. That gives you June, July, and August, right? The summer. So you're talking about summertime, and at least a beta of the layer 2 blockchain coming. So and then you're talking about all of these conventions that are going on right now that MMAI is being invited to, or inviting themselves to, or being speakers at, or whatever, right? So you're talking about all of these, getting these products out in front of all of these people. And then the NFT release, when the marketplace is open, and all of that happens. And then you're talking about the metaverse coming back online soon, right? So you have all of these things that are just kind of sitting out there and being worked on all at once, right? So it as soon as the first utility drops, the second utility drop, and all these utilities are going to drop, right? And that's why the people inside of the community that have been around this project for a while, so know this. They know this. And that's why the dips keep getting bought, and people aren't selling on top of people, right? And this is why I don't think that we're going down, right? You look, there's a sell right there, immediately followed by buy. You don't see a run on red. You'll see a run on green, but you won't see a run on red. So that's what you want to look for. Like, Ethereum's going to play a role in this chart. It's going to drive the price up. It's going to drive the price down. It's just how it is. You're connected to Ethereum. It's going to happen. But whether or not you want to see if a community or a chart's healthy, look at the sell, and then look at how many people try to eat that up, right? And then do it again and go down through the chart and just look, and go down through the buys and sells and just look at that, right? And if you see a sell and you see a whole bunch of people trying to eat that up, that's a healthy chart, right? That's a healthy project. And that's what you have going on here, right? So yes, Ethereum's going to play a role, sitting at 1,700. It's comfortable at 1,700. But you know how far Ethereum's going to have to drop to take this back down into the twos? A long way. I need MMAI at a point. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Dr. Rob. You're not getting 3039. I mean 29. I keep telling you that. It's not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. You gonna have to get a new price point. If MMA drops to 3029, Doc, I will I'll triple my you guys need a new price point. It's not going there. I hear you, Ken. If I'm wrong and it goes to 3029, listen, I'll be loading up, but I'm not banking my hopes that this is going to 29. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm crazy. I wish Austin was here to back me up on this. I wish Austin was here to back me up on this one, but I don't see it. You guys need a new price point. I think my price point is right around 3035, 3034, 3035, somewhere up in there. And the only reason I say that is because 3035 was launch. And I think if you can buy back at launch price, you'd be fool not to. Tim, good morning. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. I think that if this gets to 3035 and you're back at launch price, why wouldn't you buy back at launch price? In my opinion, that's just my opinion. You'd be a fool not to. But that's just me. But I don't think 3029 is anywhere that you're going to get next to again. And I think if you're waiting on that, you may be waiting for a long time. I'd hate to see you miss out on that next two bags that you want, Dr. Rob, because you're waiting on 3029. Tim, glad I caught you live, Daniel. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Tim. I know it's a little early for you. Like I even started a little earlier today. I started like 6:45 or something, man. Because I've been out for a little while, so I missed everybody. I was sitting around here. I was waiting until 7 o'clock, and I'm like, no, damn this. We're gonna go. We're gonna go now. So, but yeah. So pay attention, and one of the things, I want you guys to look at in your projects is right here. When somebody sells, are people buying on the back end of that, or are people getting scared and just selling on top of each other? MMAI eats the dips because when somebody sells, there's usually followed by a green wall, and somebody will sell and it's followed by a green wall. So that lets you know that it's going to be hard for this price to get back down where people want to buy this. Where I should say not people, but also those of us who have been around for a while are looking back at that 2.9 price, that 2 price, and we want that. And I just don't think you're going to see it again. I was looking and seen him live at 6:45. I was ready to go at 6:45, man. I missed the hell out of you guys. So I just, I was ready to rock and roll, man, at 6:45. But yeah, so that, that's my take on MMAI guys. And when you look at this thing, like, don't sleep on the things that we have that are coming up. I'm telling you now, the partnerships, let's check on the A-team effect here on Boner. Still sitting in the fours, 3042. So the A-team, the effect is real, guys. So, but I just think that, with what MMAI has coming on and going on, I just think that there's too much there. There's too much going on that's going to drive this utility, that's going to drive this price, that's going to drive all this, that anything 3.5 and below, I'm looking at buying. I mean, 3.5 is launch price, man. So I mean, think about that before you guys get too greedy. 3.5 is launch price. I bought some I bought some on Bitmart at too much action. Bitmart is killing it over there with MMAI, Tim. Killing it. They are leading our volume, and it's in second place isn't even close. So when you look at the holder count in MMAI, it doesn't even mean anything to me because there's so many people trading on Bitmart, and they're leading our volume right now. And like I said, second place isn't even close. And we don't even know how many holders are over there, right? Because we can't count them on the exchange. We can only count our holders on DeFi. And DeFi is probably one of our least traded, least volume, right? If we could count the holders on Bitmart as well and we knew what was over there, it wouldn't surprise me if you had 3 times the amount of holders that are actually reported on CoinMarketCap or DexTool. It would not surprise me at all because Bitmart is absolutely killing it with MMAI right now. I don't know what the hell LBank's doing, but they ain't doing shit. But Bitmart is killing it. But yeah, so pay attention, guys. The A-team effect is real. Look at Boner. I'm telling you, it was right here, right in this area, right there when that AMA happened, right there. And that AMA happened, and boom, look what happened. All night long, baby. All night long. So pay attention to that. That means something. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take one final look at what's going on, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Bitcoin broke $27,000 mark, 27.1. So market is looking, it's turning to the positive. This morning, it's making a little bit of turnaround since we've been here. So make no doubt about it. Market's turning. BNB sitting at 311. Remember when we started talking, guys, this thing was at like 303, I believe, somewhere in there. It was getting ready to fall under the $300 mark. So this market is starting to turn as we talk. And like I try to tell you guys, this is one of the advantages of having a group of people, and I encourage you guys to do this. Get yourself a group of people, all be invested in the same shit, and then figure out where your price ranges are and keep and talk to each other throughout the day about rises and dips, because nobody can look at these charts all day long and nobody can know when these flashes happen or when the market starts to turn, but talk to each other, right? And let each other know, hey, Bitcoin's turning, Ethereum's turning, BNB is turning, either positive or negative, right? XRP's moving, so that your group understands what's going on. So we were talking about me maybe adding Polygon when I got closer to $1, right? It's 107 right now. Like we were talking about this at 10, at 10, 3, 104, right? So, get yourself a group of people and all follow the same stuff. Know where your guys' entry points are, and work together with each other, because you can make a lot of money that way, and you can make some good solid investments that way, and you can get out of some crazy positions that way as well. You don't have to get stuck. We know Elmo, you're the you're the reason I can't get 2.9. Elmo is killing it with MMAI, but them dips keep getting bought up. They're gonna keep getting bought up. I think folks do. I think folks do that more in a bull market. But to get together and do this in a bull market, people want to do that because nobody wants to miss a pump. But it's got to work in reverse too. And there's a couple of people I talked to, and we work it in reverse too. Like, you know, if B&B would have fell under $300, my phone would have been going crazy, and people would have been like, "Hey, B&B's under 300." You know, Bitcoin sitting at under 26.5. So you know this allows you to buy them dips and just have a tight group of people, you know, that understand what direction you guys are trying to go, and talk to each other. So I mean, because you can't sell on a bull run if you ain't buying it on a bear market, right? So like you got, you know, like, and plus it keeps everybody's head on straight too. It helps everybody stay in the game. It helps everybody stay with their feet on the ground. We all love Elmo, but man, Elmo knows that MMA ain't going back to 2.9. Elmo's not a fool. He understands that. That's why he's buying. He understands. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go for the morning. Been a while, but the market cap sitting strong, right about where we started. 1 trillion, 128 billion, getting ready to flip to 129. Good over the channel again. Yeah. So here we go, guys. So the channel itself, we're sitting at about 759 subs. Got to get to 1,000. We're right there. We're right on the cusp. We're right around. I'm looking to break. I want to break that 1,700 watch hours today. So there is a watch list of lives on my channel. If you hit playlist and go to lives, there's 72 hours worth of lives on there, which is about 72 hours. And once we get monetized, which is 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours, we're gonna give away $750. We're gonna give away 3 $250 USDT or ETH winners, which is going to add up to about $750. So go ahead and play them watch list. Share this thing out. Let's get the subs up, and we're going to do that by April 15th, guys. Got to do that by April 15th. If we're getting close by that date, we may talk about an extension. So you know, I want to give this money away. But go ahead and play them watch hours. You know, I got to be careful what I say on here because I don't want YouTube to come back and tell me that I'm paying people to do this. So let's make sure that you know, you're supporting the channel. You're watching the live. So go back and watch, you know, the playlists. Go back and check them out. There's some good information in them lives. Going back, there's an MMAI playlist on there as well. So if you want to catch up on everything MMAI, there's a playlist of MMAI on there as well. But when we get to 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours and YouTube calls us good, we're going to give away $750. We may be adding to that as we move along. So you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to participate in that giveaway. So we're getting close. We're getting so close. I was going to execute my boner swap yesterday, but didn't. I bought in over the weekend, Tim. I bought boner over the weekend. I knew that with the marketing that's getting ready to come on, that this thing was gonna pump. Looks like I would have made up easy. Yeah, you would have. You got the marketing. Only play lives. Because there's a playlist on there that's called shorts. Don't play my shorts because they don't count towards my watch hours. So don't play them unless you really want to go back and watch them. What's good? What's good, Rob? Brian XXI. XXI is in the house. XXI. Elmo. We'll have a CA. We'll never see a 0.229. I feel you, Elmo. MMAI is not going to 3029. I don't think so. Dips keep getting bought up. Yep. I don't think that it's going to happen. Tim, Ken, I just want to make sure I go through backs, Elmo. Yeah. XXI knows too. That's not going down that low again. That if you were in, you were in. If you were in that low, you were in that low. If you're not, then you got to get these bargains that are out here right now. Definitely going to be buying, done, waiting. Yeah, I'm starting to jump back into the market a little bit too, XXI. So I'm starting to jump in a little bit as we move along here too. Crypto Queen. Hello, Crypto Queen. How are you? Great stream. Thank you, Crypto Queen. Thank you for all the info. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. You too, Crypto Queen. I hope you have a great day as well. Subbed. Thank you. Awesome. Hey Queen. XXI. Crypto Queen. Yeah. Everybody's on. Space Chicks in the house. Space Chicks in the house. Love the stream. Thank you, Space Chick. I'll be tuning into you. I'm starting to feel better. So thanks, Austin, for streaming. Thanks, Austin, for checking in. I'm out of here, guys. I am out of here. Space Chick. Hey, Tim. Yeah, feeling better, Space Chick. I'm going to be back at it here in a minute. So I'm going to start jumping on a little bit more lives. So doing a little bit more, starting to get my energy back. I mean, you know what I had, Space Chick. So you know how it was. You know it was a little rough. I talked to you offline. You know what it was. Jay, good morning. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Joyful. How are you? Good. Yeah. 18. Yeah, we strong. Space Chick. But all right, with that, guys, I got to get the hell out of here. I got to get to work. My email's blowing up. I got people trying to call me. So I am on my way to work. So you guys have a great day. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Be safe out there. Understand that the market's starting to turn a little bit. It's starting to turn to the positive. So be careful. It was down a little bit this morning. It's starting to turn positive. So maybe sit back for a minute, see what's going to happen at 9:30 when the market opens. Be smart, trade smart, protect your investments, protect your wallets, protect your money. Invest in good projects, invest in projects that have a clear path, and you know what the path is. Come over here in the morning every day at 7, talk trash with us, and get some early morning market news. And with that, guys, I'm out. Make sure you guys tune into all MMAI coverage and all MMAI YouTubers, and make sure you guys support them. And I appreciate you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.